Welcome to my weekly reset routine with Printable. So here's what I do on Friday mornings to keep this house of five in reasonable shape. I used to be reactive about cleaning and shopping, but proactive is easier and much less stressful. Having a routine instead of noticing how dirty the floor is and mopping it, or waiting till 5:30 to look in the fridge and figure out dinner, is actually less work in the long run. It also helps with the decision fatigue and feeling overwhelmed. My reset day is Friday to set up for the weekend and put food in the fridge and keep up with 3 soccer kids tracking in dirt. I try to move fast and even think about it as a workout. Some people do 1 chore a day, and you could even break up this printable that way, but I quickly get behind, so doing most of it once a week works best for me. If you work full time, you could try Saturday morning or Sunday afternoon, whenever you have time and you're most motivated. It feels so great when it's done, it's worth it. And shout out to my amazing sister-in-law, Wendy, for giving me this Reset Friday idea. The other thing she does is make something like frozen pizza for dinner for minimal mess on cleaning day, as to not dirty the kitchen right after she cleans it. Genius. Everybody's cleaning routine will look a little different. For example, I have a robot vacuum that I love, so I start that at the beginning so it has time to complete. I also have been having my groceries delivered from Walmart, so meal planning the day before and scheduling the delivery for when I should be wrapping up the cleaning has been a game changer. I've never been this organized in my life. Routines have never been my thing, but this one is so beneficial that I've been doing it for months now. Okay, that's quite enough intro. Here's the routine. First, we're going to start with some preparation. Look at the food you have and make a meal plan and a grocery shopping list. Like I said, I've started doing this the day before and scheduling the delivery for the next afternoon. It's $12 a month for the Walmart subscription plus a tip to the driver. It's not sponsored. But by ordering the day before, I'm not impulse buying and I know how much I'll be spending in advance. Even if you don't schedule your delivery, it would probably be helpful to plan meals and list the day before because you've got a lot to do on cleaning day. Next, I clear the dining room table and clean it. I put up the chairs and the bar stools and start the robot vacuum. I clean out the dining table and chairs so any crumbs will be swept up. I also put the chairs up to clean underneath. A lot happens at this table: eating, schoolwork, my husband's business calls, so it needs to be cleared off every day or then we couldn't use it. I pick up any baskets or small side tables and start the robot vacuum. I love that it gets under the couches and cuts my vacuum time down considerably. The next thing I do is start a load of towels or sheets. I am able to get a few loads done during the morning. The only other scheduled cleaning I do during the week is all the kids' laundry on Wednesdays, and then they fold it and put it away. They have a chore chart with 1 thing to do a day, and that helps with dishes and sweeping during the week. It helps so much to have a set day, so I know soccer uniforms are clean, school uniforms are ready to go. They're old enough to put their things away now, which eliminates most of the, "Mom, where's my jersey?" Next, we're going to turn our attention to the kitchen. It does take the longest, and I'm going to start with taking everything out of the fridge, seeing what has expired or what has gone bad. I hate wasting food, but sometimes that happens, and I'm going to give it a good scrub. Last week we had a pantry week, which is when you use everything from your refrigerator, freezer, pantry, and you don't go to the grocery store pretty much that week, and you use everything that you have. So the things that are left, I'm wondering, will we eat it? Is it expired? If not, why is it here? So I'm being a little bit ruthless here and cleaning everything out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the front of the fridge. I do have different gloves for washing dishes than I do for cleaning, so I'm just going to put away the dishes that are already clean. And there's not too many dirty dishes because my husband did the dishes last night, but I will need to wash the dishes that were in the refrigerator before. I have a stainless steel sink, so a quick wipe of a Brillo pad helps with staining and discoloration. Again, wiping the microwave and spot cleaning the cabinets once a week really helps keep them in good shape. When I was cleaning reactively, I often forgot spots like this. When I'm cleaning, it's really easy to get distracted from room to room, task to task. So that's why the list actually helps, but I try to keep focused on one area. But I did hear the buzzer go up, so I'm gonna put in a load of towels and replace the dish towel as well. Disinfecting the counters and sink are important to me because I make a lot of meals and people set a lot of crazy things on these counters. I do have a DIY recipe that uses CDC guidelines if you're interested. The groceries arrived right on time. One downside is the plastic bags. I really don't like all of those. Sometimes they deliver them in bins, but today it was plastic bags. This is what I got. I think it totaled up to about $165. That includes the tip, based on these meals and these snacks. I have to say my favorite part is putting the groceries away in a clean, organized space and tacking my meal plan up on the fridge. I like to go ahead and wash the produce and cut it so everything is ready to go. Our fridge has a snack drawer, so I made that the kids' snack drawer, and it has helped immensely with the opening and shutting of doors. The main part is for meal ingredients, and then they can look in the lower drawer for those things. I try to choose a variety of healthy things that they like and put them in containers with clear lids so they can see everything, which also reduces food waste. I usually go ahead and hard boil 8 eggs or so. They're an easy protein snack, and sometimes I like to make a healthy egg salad for lunch. And I spend a couple minutes wiping down the cabinets. Now we're gonna move on to the living room. Tidy, put things away that don't belong in this space, a quick dust and a clean of the coffee table. Marcello came home with all of these pumpkins. He met a pumpkin farmer, I guess, but they're fun. And I'll give everything a quick dust, and Robato's still doing his thing. I'll put back the tables, the side tables, and baskets, and just tidy up the pillows and blankets. Next, we're moving on to bedrooms. I cleaned the boys' room for 2 hours the other day because my son's allergies are bothering him, so I'm not messing with this space. We'll move on to my daughter's room and do some dusting and vacuuming. Look who's just in time. I wanted to see how full it is. Yikes. That is how dirty my house is. It's fine if you don't get to every single thing on the list. This is only supposed to take 2 to 2.5 hours. Today it took me 3 because I was trying to record, but just focus on what needs the most attention during the time that you have. Some weeks I clean the boys' shower, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I scour both bathtubs, but if they look clean, I don't. Sometimes my husband does towels during the week so I can wash all the kid linens. Other times I don't get to them that week. This list is only a general guideline. Robato is really on with my plan today, just in time again. I do like to go in with the cordless vac before the robot gets in there because my long hair can tend to get tangled in it. Next up are the bathrooms. It's no one's favorite part, but again, the more often you do it, the less of a chore it becomes. The kids are supposed to clean their bathrooms once a week, but often they still need some attention. So I'm going to clean the mirrors, counter, sink, bathtub or shower if they need it, the toilets, and refill the soap and replace the towels. I personally find it easiest just to use a sponge with a coarse side and dish soap for the bathtubs and sinks. I'm going to refill the soap. I bought these foaming dispensers made especially for Dr. Bronner's, and they work amazingly well with very little soap. I did forget to add empty the trash on my list, so I'm gonna go ahead and update that before I post it. My husband always does the trash and recycling, so honestly, I just forget about it. Next, we're gonna tackle floors. I use my cordless vacuum to get in the corners or the places that the robot can't. So use whatever vacuum you've got and at least tackle the main traffic areas. And then I go in with the mop. I use a spray mop with washable covers and go over most of the house. I have a little Dr. Bronner's soap and citrus essential oil in the sprayer. Then sometimes on the weekends I go in with the regular mop. I fold the towels and usually put the clean sheets back on the bed. Today, I just waited for Marcella to help me in the evening time. Just when I thought I was done, I got a delivery. I had had a gift card, and so I bought some snacks online, so I went ahead and put those away. As I've kept up with this, it takes less and less time because dirt and random stuff has less of a chance to build up. Is this cleaning list rocket science? No, but it's helpful and seems more manageable to see a list. It's very rewarding to have everything in order, groceries in the fridge, meals planned out for the weekend. It is beautiful to feel calm and peaceful in your clean home and to take care of what you have. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that I've inspired you in some kind of way. I appreciate you, and I will see you next week.